Hello friends, my name is Pushkar and welcome to next tutorial of Karama and Jasmine. In previous tutorial we have discussed about the Karama and Jasmine and how we can set up a development environment for Karama and Jasmine and what modules are required to set up a development environment, right? And also we also wrote some basic test cases, right? So in this tutorial I'm going to explain that how we can write a test cases for controller. Okay, so for that first we need to create a one controller. So first create a controller file for that and one test file. Okay, so we are writing one user.spec.js for writing test cases and one file for writing controller into the JS folder user.js. Okay, user all time save. Okay, now we have a user and the user spec.js. Now write a one controller. For that, now first create a one Angular module user.module including other external modules here. I have to now create a controller. Users controller and create and now passing a scope service here scope, and now we are defining one variable. This is password initially a password value is blank, and now we are creating one function to check the password strength. So we are creating one grade function. Grade is to function now checking the password strength here, where password size equals to password dot length. Okay, now if password is size is greater than 8, variables size is greater than 8, then scope dot strength is equals to strong. Okay, now else if password size is greater than 5, then password strength is equals to medium. Okay, and else is big. And now we remove this size. Let's keep as that here. Okay, now we are ready with the one grade function, that is checking the password strength. Okay, okay, now create a one test case file we already created and write test cases for this user's controller. Okay, so write describe here. Here we are writing a user controller. Now go to function. As in the last tutorial I explained you that describe is mainly used to combine the test cases, and individual test cases are written into the it block. Okay, for now that we are first created a one man app module here, so we need to first create we need to mock that particular man app. So uh, for mocking that this module, we have one module function of angular mock. Okay, so we need to write before executing each test case, we have module module. Okay, and that is a man app. Okay, this man app is same as the we have given into the controller. Okay, this man app. Okay, now as this controller is not available into the global scope, so we need to inject this controller into the global scope. So how we can inject into the global scope? So we have an inject function to inject this controller into the global scope. So for that we have, and that inject function is also provided by angular mock. Inject controller. Okay, now we are giving a scope equals to root scope dot okay. Now controller dot. Now first the give the name of the controller we have created here. So we have created this user's controller, so just give the name, and the second argument is the whatever services or factories we are including into the into the controller, so as an object, so give all those names. So for now we have only the scope, so we are just including here as a scope. Okay, now we are going to write a test case that controller is defined or not. Okay, so it block, as I previously told, that it function is used to write an individual test case to be defined, as user controller to be defined. Okay, we are expecting that our controller okay. Now we are ready. We have written this, we have injected controller, and we have written one test case that the controller is defined or not. Okay, so now open a command prompt and run this. Okay, sorry, now seconds. See here, cd map, comma start. Oh. So we have error that a describe is not defined. We have a DESC or describe DESCRIBE. We have technical mistake. Yeah. Controller user controller encountered a declaration exception before. Okay, we also have one more spelling mistake here before each. Now now all the four test cases get succeed. Okay, uh, first one is this, and then the three test cases we have written previously, so all those test cases are get succeed. Okay, now we are writing one more test case that will check that password strength is strong or not. Okay, so just copy it block from here and remove it from this. Okay, now we are defining password as Pushkar's Sony tutorial. Okay, now we are calling here that grade function. Okay, and now dollar scope dot grade, and we are expecting that the result is equals to here strength is equals to strong. Okay, so equal strong. Okay, and we are putting dollar scope dot strength. Okay, now we have written one test case that is checking that the this given password is strong or not. Okay, now go and you just clear the screen, and now run again Karama start, and you can see that all the 5 test cases are get succeed. Okay, now write one more test case that will check that the password is weak or medium. Okay, so should be strong. That one is okay. Now password should be medium, and we are giving a Pushkar here. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 character. So it's comes into this block. Okay, or here is that is a medium. Okay, so result is medium. Okay, now if create one more that we have an EE, and that is a weak. Okay, now we have a 1 2 3 4 and 3, total 7 test cases, right? So go to command prompt, and you can see that the 7 of 7 are get succeed. Okay, so now write one more function into the particular controller that will give the full name. Okay, so we are this time we are going to write this function into the particular controller scope, not into the this scope. So both are the different. So this is full name function. Okay, and here we are returning this function is returning on the scope dot first. Last name. Okay, and now we are defining at the top to both variables. Scope to first name equals to, here is Kamal, and last name is Joshi. Okay, now we have written one more function that is into the particular controller, that is not into the this scope. Okay, so now for that we need to check that that full name function is defined or not. Okay, so just copy this block from here and just copy here, and users controller full name function is defined. Okay, and now is dot name. Now go to command line, and then you can check that all the test cases are get succeed. Okay, 8 of 8. Like we have now first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and number 3 1 is here. Okay, all the 8 test cases are get succeed. So now check that the full full name is that function is returning the correct value or not. Okay, so now write a test case that now we can, okay, here just a copy from here this and paste here, and so I'll just remove this here for now, and now each scope dot first name is equals to, for now, Avinash, and his last name is equals to Patwar. Okay, now we are calling this full name function. So keep this in mind that this is not onto the particular this scope, that is into the particular controller. Okay, so we need to call this as a, here is control, same as this control that full name. Okay, and that is returning full name, full name. Okay, and we are expecting that the result of this is Avinash Patwal. This result of this function is equals to Avinash Patwal. Okay, now go to the command prompt, and you can see that all the nine test cases are get succeed. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and 3 are previously we have written into the for just test for testing. Okay, so all those test cases are get succeed, and now write one more function, init function, that is also into the controller, that init, and into that function we are calling all the functions, all the private functions. Okay, so now we are calling here that this full name function. Okay, now we are writing test cases for this init function, and keep this in mind, when we are calling this we need to call this also. So we need to create a spike for this. we need to create a mock, we need to mock this full name function first. Okay, so writing this function, calling init function. Okay, and just and remove all those, and now mock the that uh, full name function first. Mock the that full name function, and that is on the control object. Okay, and function name is full name. Okay, now we are calling this dot init and ctrl dot init, and once this once we are calling this, this function is gets called automatically. So we are just verifying that it is called, it has been called or not. So we are expecting, expecting that have been called. Okay, so we are expecting this full name is gets called. Okay, now go to command prompt, and you can see that all the 10 test cases are get succeed. So spy on is used for mocking the function that is defined previously, that is already defined, as well as we have a create spy object, and create spy on, that is for creating the dummy for dummy, and that for dummy function that is not existing to the controller. So I will explain you both create spy and then that create spy object into the later on tutorial. So that's it for today, and happy day.